Hey, I'm Brad Baker, VoloCore, working on safety down in Baja, particularly people going down and getting passed by faster vehicles, wanting to improve the situation and improve the connectivity to the fans and safety workers that are down there. So we noticed that there was an issue with understanding where people were, what the status was when they went on one of the longer loops, and there was no access to the people to see how they were doing. So we built some applications and text message service where we could find out where the racers were on the course. So that gave us the ability to understand how the racers were doing, if they were still moving, if there's any distress signals. We started integrating with the spot devices that are out there now, getting the mechanical issues, the medical issues, and the life-threatening issues that have to press a button. We are integrating all those button presses from all the racers down in Baja from the satellite. So now we have a much clearer picture from a safety perspective, centralized locations where you can have access to, hey, who went down at what race mile, and see which safety aspects and course workers are closest by so we can deploy a helicopter if it's a life-threatening situation. We've been out here testing for a couple days, working on one of our prototype units, which is marrying up the high-fidelity GPS stuff that we need, radio communication, and some satellite communication devices. The biggest problems that we see down in Baja, which are a rider's down and they can't get their satellite emergency signal pressed, and then also a passing of some of the slower either riders or racers by the trophy truck, which presents a pretty dangerous situation. So we've been out here testing both of those scenarios with really great success. So we built our devices so there'd be a device in the trophy truck, and there'd also be a device on, say, one of the slower riders that's going along. And what happens is we measure the distance between the two, so each vehicle understands which type of vehicle is overtaking. And so as the vehicle comes on, the rider is alerted with an extremely loud siren and a light just saying, hey, there's a faster vehicle, pull over in a safe manner and get out of the way. So the other thing that we really wanted to test was a downed rider situation where a rider goes down, he's not able to press the button on his spot device. We wanted to have an automated alert system, so say a vehicle is overturned or a bike is down in a canyon, it's broadcasting via radio to anyone that's going by on the course, who can then relay that information out back to SCORE and the central safety workers. So we take the data, the accelerometer and the G-forces experienced by that rider as he goes down, we package that up and we send it back to SCORE Ops and Safety to let them know that, hey, rider's down, this is the approximate amount of force that they experienced when they went down, and this is their location. So then someone can get there quicker or slower depending on the severity of the crash. Your rider down alert will come by while you're going down the course, and so now you'll be on the lookout that, hey, something went down in the area, so you can look to see if everything's okay, and usually you'll get a thumbs up down there because people tip over all the time. So the last thing we wanted to do was capture some actual crash test data so our accelerometers could see how many G-forces were experienced by the bike during the crash. So we had a really good time. The Caselli Foundation and KTM donated a bike for us to go wad up out in the desert. We got some really great footage and some really fantastic data to show us what would happen in a tip over, rollover, high side, low side, all sorts of different wrecks. So we're going to take that data back so we have some good metrics in terms of what the severity of the crash is and what we can expect when someone goes down in the field. So right now, we just finished our prototype testing. We wanted to test all these features and functionality with the Caselli Foundation and KTM, make sure everything was working great. We were extremely successful. Everything worked as good or better than we had hoped. The next steps for us are to take the design, get into production. We're hoping to have some pre-production units for testing larger quantities in the Baja 500 in June, with the hopes of this year going live with everyone. Last thing I want to say about VoloCore, we're here for the safety of the racers. It's our #1 priority, and to connect the fans with the racing action, live, quicker updates, and make sure that everyone is safe and has a really great time.